Hello, welcome to iFocus tutorials. In this video, I will be explaining the Linux commands for file handling. So to start with, the basic command which is used for Linux programming is the pwd command, which will print the current working directory. So if I press a enter sign, then I will get the entire path from my root directory. So at any point during the programming, if you want to display your current working directory, that is the present working directory, then you can use this pwd command. The second most important command which is used in Linux is the ls command. So this command is used to list the directory contents. So if I press the enter sign here, then you will get multiple details which are present in my current directory. This ls command is used with a variety of options. So to start with, I will use the first option, which is -l. If you check with the list, then I have a detailed list which contains the size, which contains the date when the file or the directory is created, and also with its time. So if you want the detailed list of your directory contents, then you can use this option of -l. Now the hidden files are not displayed in the ls command directly. For that, we have to use an option which is -a. So if you observe here, there are multiple files here with a dot. So the dot indicates that that file is hidden in your current directory. Now if I want the detailed list of this hidden files also, I can use the -l command along with -a. So you can use in any order, that is a -al. I am using it right now. So if you observe the list, I have a detailed list of the hidden files also, my original contents also, with its size, with its date of creation, and with the time. Now if you observe the size column, it is very difficult to tell what the actual size is. So we can convert these numbers into a human readable format, and for that we can use the option of h. So if I say that ls -l h and a, so I am listing all the files or the contents in my directory. I am listing the hidden files also, and I am using the h option also, which will give me the size in a human readable format. So if you observe the list now, again I have a huge list with dot files also, my original files also. So I am having the hidden files, I am having the original files, and the size of each and every file is given in a human readable format. Using the ls command, I can also sort these files. So I have an option also for sorting, which is a -l and capital S. So capital S is for sorting. Now if you observe the sorting output, the sorting is done on the basis of size, and if you observe the size column, then the sizes are mentioned as from the highest till the lowest. If I want them in a human readable format, then also I can use the h command or h option for it. So if you observe, again the sorting has been done, and the size has been displayed in a human readable format. So if you observe, the simple ls command can be used for multiple purpose. Now if you want the entire details of a single command, then you can use the manual page. Then the command to use the manual page is man, and you have to mention your command. So if I want the information of ls command, then I will write a ls here, that is man ls. And if you see here, then you will get the entire details of this command. So there are multiple options that you can try with. So I have shown some of these options, so you can try the rest of the options with the ls command. To come out from this manual page, you have to press a Q here. Now if I want to clear my screen, there is a command that is clear all. So I can press that and I can clear my entire screen. Now the next command is a cd command, which is used to change the directory. Means right now if I list my directory contents, then I have multiple directories here. So if I want to change my directory and I want my directory to be programs directory, then how I can change it? I have to use the command that is cd, and I can mention the name of my directory. So I can press a tab here, and if you press the tab, then the Linux will autofill the entire details, and if I press a enter, then the directory has been changed. And if you observe the previous directory contents and the current directory contents, then it is shown that my current directory is the programs directory. I can change my directory by giving an entire path from the root directory. So if I want to go into the desktop directory, I can write it as cd, first the root, then comes home. So I am using a tab here, then Ubuntu, and here I will press desktop. So right now I am pressing a tab, but it is not autofilling it. Why? Because I don't have any directory by the name as de. Why? Because the desktop directory is with a capital D. So if I press a double tap, then I can get multiple directories, that is a desktop, I have documents, I have download. So if I press a E now, and if I press a tab, then it will give me the entire details, and if I press a enter here, then my directory has been changed. So if you observe the previous directory, it was programs, and right now it is my desktop directory. So in a similar way, we can give any path and we can change our directory. Now if I want to go one step back, that is in my previous directory, I have an option of double dot. So if I give a double dot, then it will take me to the previous directory. So if you observe, right now I am in my Ubuntu directory. So my directory has been changed and I am in my previous directory. So in a similar way, I can change my directories and I can go into any directory. For example, another example, I'll go into the pictures directory, which is in Ubuntu, and then pictures. So if you see here, the directory has been changed again and it is into the pictures directory. Now if I want to go to the previous directory from where I changed my directory, at that point what I have to do, I have to press a dash here. So if you observe here, again I am into my Ubuntu directory. So in a similar way, you can use the cd command to change your directories.